Yo, what's going on, guys? It's KG Presents back out with another video. And today, I'm going to be telling you some fantasy football sleepers that I think you should draft this upcoming season. Without any further ado, let's get into the video and these fantasy football sleepers. First up, we have Allen Lazard of the New York Jets. Last season, Lazard assumed the top receiving role following Devontae Adams' departure in Green Bay. He saw an increased role in his production, amounting to nearly 800 receiving yards compared to 500 the year prior. And resuming the second receiver in the depth chart may warrant hesitancy. However, Lazard is still operating under the same future Hall of Famer in a similar offense. I believe that Lazard's increase in offensive productivity is going to resume under this new team and may lead to spurts of great fantasy performances this upcoming season. If you can possibly add him to your roster, he would be a terrific asset to your fantasy team. Next up, we have Darren Waller. Waller is currently going as the tight end 7 with an ADP of 80.6 in drafts so far this year. Waller's not in a so unique situation as he's joining a new team as their clear tight end number 1 option, with an average level quarterback with no standout receivers to be seen. Does that sound familiar to you? This is a pretty similar situation to his 2020 season with the Raiders a couple years back. That season he finished with an impressive 14.1 points per game, which would rank him 18th overall. For a player as cheap with as much upside as Darren Waller offers, he is a must-have for fantasy drafts this season. Next up, we have George Kittle. George Kittle secretly had one of the most impressive tight end seasons last season that we've seen in a while, accumulating 11 touchdowns in 15 games. Kittle's ADP is at an extremely cheap price for how productive he was last season, making him a great asset for your fantasy football team this year. There's obviously some quarterback uncertainty in San Francisco right now, but I wouldn't dread this too much. If Kittle can replicate or improve his performance in 2023, he could prove to be a league winner this fantasy football season. Next up, we have Mack Hollins. He's been on a steady upward trajectory over the last 3 seasons. Between the 2020 and 21 seasons, his points per game has increased by 73% between 21 and 22, and his points per game increased by 124% in 2022. He did not miss a single game for the Raiders last year, and of course, not missing games is very crucial in fantasy success. His productivity last season should not be overlooked. He provided a great season and a very viable wide receiver option. He finished 69th overall in points per game. Hollins is also looking to be the biggest beneficiary if Pitts misses time or if something happens to London this season. If Hollins is there at round 18, please be sure to snag him in your fantasy football draft. Last but not least, we have Jahmyr Gibbs. Gibbs was drafted number 12 overall in the 2023 NFL Draft by the Detroit Lions. A running back going off the board this early must indicate that he has remarkable talent, and everyone is sure to inflate his ADP because of this. However, he brings top 5 running back potential this season and can be a league winner if the Lions' offense emulates the same style as it did last year. Hope you all enjoyed the video. If any of these players are available in your draft at certain points, please be sure to add them onto your roster. Hopefully, these players can help you go towards winning a fantasy football championship this season.